It was going to be about why discipline is dopamine in the paradox. We first we gotta understand what dopamine is. Dopamine has many definitions, but it's really just like your feel good hormone. Dopamine is in effect before you gain something, during and after, basically before, during, and after. If I'm saying that makes sense. The only sustainable one is during, though. If I'm saying, and like this is very important. Pay attention because this is why dopamine and discipline is just the same fucking thing. It's just dopamine. Discipline is just dopamine in the paradox. First, what's the definition of dopamine? Of discipline. Discipline is not doing something that you want to do, and discipline is not doing something that you don't want to do. Discipline is doing something that you want to do, but persevering through the obstacles. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to tell y'all niggas, how do you persevere through the obstacles? Because I know a lot of people ask that question. How do you persevere through the obstacles? And why is discipline not doing something that you don't want to do? Because you're not. Because only a few people have a fucking strong willpower, bro. The willpower ain't shit. Willpower, you don't want to do something that you want to do because that drops your dopamine levels. You're going to feel unmotivated as fuck. Let me talk about that though. Dopamine, when you have high dopamine, you feel motivated and you feel like taking on the fucking world. Shit doesn't feel so dull and shit because when you have low dopamine, you feel unmotivated because it takes a lot to stimulate you. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot for you to have fun. Like niggas with low dopamine, bro, them niggas don't never have nothing feels good to them. I mean, nothing feels good to them because they need high stimulation. When you have low high dopamine, you don't need that much stimulation for shit to feel good. You know what I'm saying? So effort will feel good. Trying will feel good. Trying doesn't feel good to niggas because your dopamine be low as shit. Effort is the only sustainable dopamine because it equals growth, bro. When you doing something, but you have to put in effort in something that you have to like the effort. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to like trying if you're trying to do something that you don't want. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to like trying if you don't like trying, bro. If you don't like the fucking effort, bro. I'm saying try, bro. Try, bro. You're going to like that shit. Like, that's really what I'm trying to get to niggas because, bro, like, I'm not trying to make this shit so complicated because, like, I'm making myself, like, I'm trying kind of confusing myself a little bit. Trying raises your dopamine. It's the only type of sustainable dopamine. The only type. Not anticipation. Anticipation is not sustainable dopamine because if you just think about something and you don't act on it, that shit just goes down. It gives you a spike. Okay, you want something. You think about something. I want that. You don't do nothing with it. It goes down. But when you put that shit into effect, you're trying to attain that shit. Your dopamine raises because you're trying to attain it, bro. Effort raises dopamine, and when you have high dopamine, you're going to have motivation. You're going to have energy and shit, and life isn't going to feel dull. Building is the only thing that raises fucking dopamine, bro. And I'm really trying to put this into niggas' heads, bro. Effort. You know what I'm saying? Why isn't dopamine willpower, bro? How do you keep trying and shit? How do you not lose motivation and energy? Because you have high dopamine. And that's why I say it's a paradox. I'm not trying to be, oh my God, bro. If you put in effort, you raise your dopamine baseline. You raise your dopamine. It's the only sustainable dopamine because growth is never ending. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could that really just speaks for itself, that part. You know what I'm saying? It raises your dopamine. It makes your dopamine higher. You know what I'm saying? If you have the high dopamine, you're going to have energy to try. But you have to love the process, bro. You know what I'm saying? But how do you even act on it? How do you gain the courage to even act on it? You have to gain the courage to act on your goal or to pursue your goal is to have a strong desire. That's where the first stage. That's when I say like dopamine. It's also anticipation. You have to want something to act on it. You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas had that motivation, that 12 a.m. motivation. This is exactly why niggas have the 12 a.m. motivation. They just feel like doing something, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because they think about they go and shit. They think about something that they really want. You know what I'm saying? So you just get energy and shit to want to do that shit. How do you sustain the energy though is by putting in effort. And nigga, I just knock that shit down, bro. That's why. That's why, bro. You had to love trying, bro. If you don't love the process, and this really just comes down to you as a person, do you love the process? What I'm saying, do you love working out, or do you love having the physique? Do you love building? Do you love producing? Because producing is the only way you're going to sustain your dopamine. It's about you. You're going to love to build something that you want, bro. Trying, all you have to do is try, bro. And the more you try, the more you're going to want something. And it's like a paradox, bro. And you won't give up due to the fact that you want something bad enough. And the more you put in effort, you're going to want that even more. You know what I'm saying? And then once you want that even more, you're going to have energy to put in more effort. Damn. I keep repeating the same thing, bro. Like, I'm going to probably make another video about this because, like, I know niggas probably ain't going to grasp this shit, bro, but it really just speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying, bro? Effort raises your dopamine. It's the only type of sustainable dopamine because you have to love the process, bro. Growth is never ending. You can always grow. We're always growing, always building. Building is never ending. Growth is never ending. Building is never ending. You can always grow. You can always build. You know what I'm saying? So, like, therefore, your dopamine is always, it's the only one. That's the only one that's going to keep your dopamine high, bro. Only one, bro. Only one, bro. Because when you get something, you get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just get it. Unless you're trying to improve on that shit, you just get it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't raise your dopamine because you just get it, bro. You got it now. So your dopamine is going to spike. You got that shit. Then boom. And then if you have a strong desire, you're going to desire that shit. If you don't act on it, then bro, it's just going to be okay. You got a desire. You didn't act on it. Now your desire goes away because you just, now your dopamine goes back down because you didn't act on the desire because you didn't have. But how do you act on the desire? Didn't I just say that? To stop being content. Stop being content. This one nigga said, it's about being fair. It's about being afraid. You have to be afraid of not being your best self. And no, I don't think it's just stop being content. It's a confidence thing, bro. Love yourself. You have to want to live above your means, bro. So you can have a goal in mind. Once you have a strong ass goal, a strong ass goal, bro. You really want more for yourself, bro. Then you're going to try to do what you have to do that shit. And then, like, trying is going to raise your dopamine. It's the only shit that raises your dopamine. And yeah, bro, I'm probably going to make a video on this because some niggas going to grasp it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I kind of confused myself a little bit. But yeah, dopamine is corresponding to, basically, I want to get this and nigga said, if you have high dopamine, then bro, life isn't going to feel dull. You're going to feel more motivated and shit. And like, it's like, what's boring, you're going to do shit that's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? And like, you're going to want to continue doing that shit and persevere. It's going to make effort feel good. When you have high dopamine, effort feels good. You have low dopamine, effort feels boring as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. You need a lot to stimulate you, and effort it's not that stimulating. So I hope that might have just made niggas realize what I'm saying, bro. It might not, but yeah, that's the end of the video, though.